Hi, my name is Leah Robinson, and I am so excited to welcome you to our 2021 Virtual World Thinking Day. While this event doesn't look like it typically does, we have worked hard to make sure you have a fun and safe evening that results in you learning a lot about our world and how to be a peacemaker. Speaking of peacemaker, that's the theme of this World Thinking Day, peace building. Peace building is not the absence of war, but the safety and well-being for all. Peace is defined differently by everyone. It ranges from seeing loved ones smile to loving yourself to resolving conflict in the world. Peacemaking and peace building is not about agreeing with everyone. It's just about supporting people no matter their opinion and resolving conflict in nonviolent ways. It's important to develop positive relationships with people in different cultures, class, with people of a different race, religion, and people who think differently than you, because it helps you understand that we are all different, but we are all strong and beautiful, and that we can live in harmony together. Before we get started this evening, and before you meet a few of my friends, just a few materials that you might need to fully enjoy our program. The first of which is being a canvas and some paint, because you're going to be doing some art with one of my friends and Nanya later tonight. Another thing that you might need is an open space around you. We're not going to make you sit in a chair and watch this movie all night long, so get in a room or an area that allows you to move around for just a little bit. And I want you to be thinking about a song, a movie, or an article that you might enjoy, because that'll come in handy later. Once again, thank you so much for joining us. You'll see my face throughout the evening, so don't get sick of me yet. But I'm so excited to welcome my friend Jade, who's going to teach you how to stand strong.
Hi, my name is Jade from Troop 40836, and I will be talking about the Standing Strong portion of our Thinking Day presentation. Standing strong means that you are observant of the world around you and aware of the issues and actions that could lead to conflict, but you choose to respond in a way that promotes peace. For this activity, you should choose a source of media such as lyrics or an audio of a popular song, a poster or trailer from a movie, a newspaper article, or a social media advertisement. You should spend about 5 minutes reading, listening, or looking at your social media source. For this activity, I chose the song Rise Up by Andra Day.
You're broken down and tired of living life on the merry-go-round, and you can't find a fighter, but I see it in you, so we gon' walk it out. Move mountains.
It's about Rise Up, because that song is so powerful and people are playing it everywhere. Of course, we're blowing it up on WBLS, but tell us the movement behind that song.
Rise Up is really a song about perseverance. You know, for me, I feel like at the time when I wrote it, it wasn't one thing in particular I was going through, but rather sort of a culmination of things. And it was kind of praying about it. I was like, what would I want to hear right now? And it was just to just be reminded, just stand up, because if you can stand up, then you can take the next step. And if you can take the next step, you can take the one after that. So I think no matter what someone's struggle is, whether they're having a hard time at work or whether they're battling cancer, like, you just need to be reminded that to persevere, you know, and to persevere and hope, knowing that no matter how long the tunnel is, there's always light at the end of it. So I think that's, you know, no matter what the movement is, you know what I mean? I think it applies to a lot of things that people are going through.
What is its main message? How does it promote the inclusion of specific groups or people, or the exclusion of others and their ideas? Does this bring people together or push people further apart? Do you think this represents most of the media you listen to, read, or see, and why? How do you think these messages help build stereotypes of prejudice or help to break them? What is one way you can decode media in the future so it has a less impact on your life? I think the main message of this song is to bring people together and help each other out when they are having a hard time. This song brings everyone together. I think this song represents what is going on in the media, because a lot of people are struggling right now because of the pandemic. These lyrics in this song help break stereotypes of prejudice because it is bringing people together. You can decode media by limiting your screen time.
Wow, Jade, thanks. That was awesome. I loved learning about how the music helps us stand strong or even could tear us down sometimes. It definitely got me thinking. And I was dancing in my chair over here listening to that song. It's such a good one. Anyway, I'm so excited now to send you off to my friend Katie, who's going to teach you about some really awesome women who have done some really amazing things.
Hi, my name is Katie and I'm going to be leading the stand-up portion of our presentation today. Now, standing up is all about fighting for what you believe in and taking action when you think things need to be changed. But most of all, it's about working to resolve conflict and achieve peace in our world. Today we're going to be talking about 3 different women who stood up for things that they were passionate about and worked towards a more peaceful future. And part of our activity today is involving the Nobel Peace Prize. We're going to hear about each of these women and what they did to promote peace in each of their countries. And then you guys are going to decide which one of them you think deserves the Nobel Peace Prize. So what is the Nobel Peace Prize? The Nobel Peace Prize is the highest honor anyone can receive for their peacemaking efforts. It's often given to people who found peace organizations, make peace between different countries, or reduce the amount of active armies active in their country. This just means reducing the presence of war in their country. So first we're going to be talking about a woman named Wangari Maathai. Wangari Maathai is from Kenya and she's a huge environmentalist. She's the first African woman to earn a doctorate degree, which is a very high collegiate degree you can earn. It takes years to achieve. She did a lot with this degree, a lot of it pertaining to environmentalism. She founded the Green Belt Movement, which is an environmentalist organization focusing on environmental conservation, so making sure our earth is healthy, clean, and nurtured, and also community development. She wanted to make sure Kenya's communities were safe for people to live in and make a life in. She also advocated for democracy in Kenya. We have democracy in America. Democracy is all about the people having a voice in their government. She wanted to make sure that Kenya's people had a voice in how their government was run. Next, we're going to talk about Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. She was the first female elected president on the entire African continent. She led Libya for 12 years and advocated for women's rights in this time. She also advocated for the protection of Libya's people during their civil war. She tried to promote peace within her country and tried to protect the people even though they were in the middle of a very dangerous war. And she also wanted everyone, women, men, everyone, to have equal rights in Libya. Last, we're going to be talking about Malala Yousafzai, who you've probably heard of before. She's the youngest woman we're going to be talking about today, and she was a huge advocate for education rights for women and girls in Pakistan. When we think of education, we think of it as something that is automatically given to us, because here in America, everyone has access to education. No matter what gender, race, or sexual identity you have, everyone has access to education. That's not the same for other countries worldwide. One of the countries that does not offer education to everyone, especially girls, is Pakistan. Malala Yousafzai was inspired to stand up for the girls' right to an education. She advocated that girls had a right to education just like anyone else, and she did amazing things to get girls education in Pakistan and many other countries. She's even a best-selling author. Now that we've talked about the 3 of these women, which one do you think deserves the Nobel Peace Prize? Remember, the Nobel Peace Prize awards peacemaking efforts. It awards it to people, women and men alike, who have worked towards making peace worldwide, whether that be through forming peace organizations, advocating for equal rights, or making peace between countries. Let's do a little recap of each woman before you guys make your decision. Wangari Maathai was a huge environmentalist who advocated for Kenya's democracy. Ellen Johnson Sirleaf led Libya for 12 years and advocated for women's rights and the protection of Libya's people during their civil war. And Malala Yousafzai was a huge advocate for girls' education in Pakistan and worldwide. So which one do you guys think deserves the Nobel Peace Prize? Well, no matter who you say, you're all right, because each of these women have been awarded the Nobel Peace Prize. Wangari Maathai was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize in 2004, and she was the first African woman to ever receive this prize. Ellen Johnson Sirleaf was awarded this prize in 2011, and Malala Yousafzai became the youngest woman ever to win the Nobel Peace Prize in 2014. A common link between all 3 of these women is they all stood up for something they were passionate about, and they worked to resolve conflict within their countries instead of create it. Think about something that you're passionate about, and think about how you might be able to resolve conflict about that passion. Maybe one day you could win the Nobel Peace Prize, just like these girls did.
Katie, that was amazing. Thanks for sharing. I'm gonna have to look up those women later. They sound pretty amazing. And it's so exciting to think that maybe one of you and I could get the Nobel Peace Prize sometime. Anyway, now it's time for Ananya. So you should grab your paint materials, maybe pause me here and go grab those, because we are about to make some art.
Hi, I'm Ananya Ramesh from Troop 40836. I'm going to be talking about standing together. Standing together means we're united or joined as one. It means we consider everyone and how our individual actions have an impact on others. To demonstrate this, we will be creating art. For many people, painting is peaceful. It's personal and unique. It's an avenue of expressing creativity through the serenity of blending brushstrokes. This painting will be your own. Though you will be following my steps, you can add your own personalities to make it your own unique masterpiece. I'll be creating a sunset, so the colors I use will match that. If you want to add in something I've not added, you can. You have creative control in how your painting ends up. Before we begin, I strongly advise that you wear clothes that you do not want to get paint on. And now, you will want to gather these supplies: paint brushes, a cup of water, an easel, preferably, a canvas, and a newspaper. If you want to add in drawings, you may do so with a pencil. And then paint. Okay, so to start with, choose the biggest brush you have, because we're going to be filling up this whole canvas with these colors. Now what you want to do is mix together the white with these two colors. This will create these soft sunset colors that you want. To start with, I'm going to add the yellow at the top. Now that you've filled in about 1/3 of your canvas with the yellow, you will then be going in with a different brush for the red. But this time, instead of just adding in the red and the white, you will also be adding in the red and yellow. This will make your orange sunset color after you've added this in with the white. You don't have to blend it in completely, because sunsets are not blended in. So taking this color, you're going to want to add right where you left off with the yellow. Be sure to blend upwards so that you don't have harsh lines. Now, I will be blending in the red with this nice orange color. This will deepen and darken the colors of the sunset. If you need any help, be sure to ask your parents. Don't forget to blend these two parts too. Now I'm going to be taking much more red to further darken the sunset. Make sure you fill up every single part of this canvas. Now that we have our base color down, you will need to let your canvas dry so that we can add in the hills with the black.
If you find yourself having fun this evening, have a parent or someone around you take pictures and post them on all social media platforms using the hashtag WTD2021 or Stand Together for Peace so we can all see the amazing things that you've done with us this evening. Thanks!
Okay, so now that we're back, and now that the canvas is dry, as you can see, I've changed up my base paint. And you can do that, but you must do it before the paint dries so that you can still blend it out if you want. So now I'm going to take this black paint and add the little hills. You don't want to take too much so that you don't go too far up. So just be careful about where your placement is. You don't have to make the exact lines I've made. If you want bigger hills or smaller hills, you can do that. Because at the end of the day, it's your artwork, your masterpiece. So now after you've created your lines, just fill it in to the bottom. Okay. And there you have it, your nice peaceful sunset. If you wish to let this dry and then add a black silhouette or like a cutout of an object that you want to add into your painting, you can do that. It's your masterpiece, it's your art. So now that we've completed our painting, let's reflect on this question. How can art be used to promote peace? Think about that for a moment. How can art be used to promote peace? To answer that question, there is, of course, art that literally promotes peace because of the subjects or objects of those art pieces. Art also promotes peace within ourselves. It's a soothing, creative experience for anyone and everyone who participates. I hope that this was an experience that brought you peace. At the end of this, you all have broadened your creativity and created a masterpiece that you can proudly display in your home.
Ananya, that was so fun. Thanks for leading us in that painting night. It felt like I was channeling my inner Bob Ross. Anyway, I didn't ever really think about how painting could be a way to bring us together and help us stand strong together. Anyway, we hope you are enjoying your evening so far. We've got a few things left for you that you should get pretty excited about. Now I'm going to hand you off to my friend Zoe, who's going to teach you a little bit more about peace building within yourself.
Hi, I'm Zoe from Troop 40836, and for this World Thinking Day, we are focusing on peace building. The most important place to start peace is in ourselves. This jar represents our mind and body. Inside there are emotions, thoughts, and feelings. Swirling the jar represents the effects the world can have on us. You can see the material spinning around in there. These represent feelings of anxiety, frustration, anger, or stress. It becomes harder to see through these feelings, doesn't it? Making good decisions or choices during a time when our emotions are swirling can be very difficult. We need to take a moment and let things calm down so we can begin to see things more clearly. It may take some time, but it is not a good idea to make a permanent decision based on these temporary feelings. We need to practice calming our minds, ridding ourselves of negative thoughts or feelings, and replenishing with peace. This can be accomplished in many different ways. Some people like to listen to music, run or kickbox, or lose themselves in a good book. Today we'll be introducing you to yoga. Yoga is a mind-body practice that combines physical poses, controlled breathing, and relaxation. Yoga can help reduce stress, lower blood pressure, and lower your heart rate. Yoga can help you achieve peacefulness of body and mind. Our friend Natalie will be introducing you to several basic beginner's poses to practice on your own. Remember to breathe in through your nose, slow and long, and exhale through your mouth. Yoga poses should not be painful, so ease into them and stop if you experience any pain. Thank you for joining us on our journey to peace building for World Thinking Day 2021.
Thanks, Zoe. Now is the time for you to enter your open space. Make sure there's nothing that you can knock over in your way and get ready to enjoy some fun with Natalie.
Hi there, my name is Natalie Haas. I'm going to be teaching us some basic yoga positions. And you can use a yoga mat, a blanket, a towel, or just the floor. There's no really requirements needed for this. And while we are doing our yoga poses, we're going to really want to be focusing on our breathing. So breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Alright? And we're going to be holding the positions for 5 to 10 seconds, making sure that we're breathing in as we go into the positions, breathing out as we hold, and in and out while we're holding, and as we lower from our positions, we're going to be breathing out to really focus on our breathing. So,
all right, everyone, let's do our first pose, which will be the bridge pose. So for this one, you want to have your feet flat on the floor and your palms and arms flat on the floor as well. You're going to want to be laying on your back. Make sure that you're relaxed while focusing on our breathing. For this one, we are going to lift our hips up, and then we're going to put them back down. We are going to be breathing in while we're lifting our hips and breathing out as we lower them. As you can see me doing here. All right, let's do a few together. Breathe in as we go up. Breathe out as we lower. Breathe in as we go up, and breathe out as we lower. Breathe in as we go up, and breathe out as we lower. Good job, everyone. All right, our next pose is going to be the camel pose. Now, this one is a little bit more advanced, so please do not push yourself more than you can do. And for this one, you're going to want to be on your knees and your feet and your feet directly behind you, and you're going to be reaching towards your ankle. Now, please do not force yourself to reach. Just go as far back as you can. And as we reach back, we're going to breathe in. And as we come up, we're going to breathe out. As you can see me doing here, breathe in and breathe out. All right, now let's do this together. Breathe in as we go back and breathe out as we rise. Breathe in as we go back and breathe out as we come up. Breathe in and breathe out. One more time, everyone. Breathe in and breathe out. Good job. So our third pose is going to be the Warrior One pose. So for this one, you're going to want to be standing. And for this one, you're going to do a lunge. I chose to do a left lunge. You can do a right one if you would like. So for your lunge, I had my left leg forward and it's bent. And my right leg was straight and my foot was going towards the wall right beside me. So it was pretty sturdy. All right, everyone got that? I'm going to move my camera so that y'all can see what my upper body's doing real quick. All right. So for this one, you're going to put your right arm on your right thigh. Your left arm is going to come up as you lean back. And make sure that you're breathing out as you lean back, breathing in as you lean back, and breathing out as you come up. All right. As you can see me doing here. All right, let's do this together. Are you ready? Breathe in as you go back. Breathe out as you rise up. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. One more. Breathe in and breathe out. All right, good job, everyone. We only have a few more poses left. So this one is called the upward facing dog, and you're going to be flat on your stomach with your hands right beside you and your elbows in. And you're just going to push your body up, kind of arching back a little bit, as you can see me doing. All right, let's do this together. Breathe in as you go up, breathe out as you lower. Breathe in as you go up, breathe out as you lower. Breathe in as you go up, breathe out as you lower. All right, good job, everyone. That was pretty easy. This one's also pretty easy in my opinion, but it could be harder for some others. So for this one is called the cat-cow pose. May not be called that, but that's just what it's really popularly called. So you're going to be on basically all fours on your knees, and then your shoulders straight out from your arms. So I got to adjust my camera a little bit so that you can see me. All right, so your arms are going to be straight out from your shoulders, and then your knees are going to be straight out from your hips. And you're going to arch your back up like a cat, and then you're going to bend it down like a cow. All right, so you really want to focus on what your back is doing as well as how you're breathing. You're going to breathe in as you hunch your back. You're going to breathe out as you arch it. All right? See? All right, let's do it together. Ready? Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. All right. So for our last pose, we are going to be doing the child's position. So for this one, you're going to be on your hands and knees, making sure that your legs are directly in line with your hips. All right, and you're just going to lean back onto onto the back of your heels, and you're going to be really stretching and wanting to make sure that you feel a really pull in your shoulders and lower back, and mainly your back in general. Really want to feel that stretch happening after all of our yoga poses. So we're just going to hold this for a little bit, make sure that we are breathing in and out. Just at your own pace, breathe, make sure that we're breathing. All right. Wasn't that so much fun, y'all? All right, have a great rest of your day. Thank you.
Wow, those deep breaths were something else. Thank you so much for joining us on our 2021 Virtual World Thinking Day event. We hope you had fun, even though it hasn't looked like it has before. We are hoping you've had a fun evening and maybe you learned a little bit too. Before we end the evening, I wanted to say a few more thank yous. I want to thank Paulette and Melissa, the leaders of Troop 40836, for organizing and helping us organize this event for several years. I wanted to thank my fellow troop members of Troop 40836 who've worked so hard over the past few weeks putting this together with me. I want to thank the council for allowing us to do this and helping us along the journey, and we wanted to thank you for being here with us because this wouldn't mean anything without you. We hope that you have a wonderful, safe, and healthy rest of your year, and please go out into the world and continue to build the peace with everyone you meet.
You're insecure, don't know what